The Master of Ragnarok and Blesser of Einherjar is an anime based on the light novel series Hyakuren no Hau to Seiyaku no Valkyria. The story follows Yuto Suo, a high school student who is transported to a world based on Norse mythology. In this world, Yuto becomes the leader of the Wolf clan, known as the Master of Ragnarok, and gains the title of the Blesser of Einherjar, which allows him to summon legendary warriors known as Einherjar. These warriors help him in battle as he works to protect and expand his clan. Throughout the series, Yuto is aided by Valkyries, powerful female warriors who guide him and form romantic relationships with him. As Yuto navigates his new world, he faces political intrigue, military threats from rival clans, and the challenge of managing his relationships with the Valkyries. The anime features elements of magic, action, and kingdom building as Yuto works to strengthen his clan and confront various enemies. The anime aired in 2018, with 12 episodes, and is produced by EMT². It incorporates themes of Norse mythology, fantasy action, and romance, with a focus on harem dynamics as Yuto forms romantic connections with several of the Valkyries. Although it has its share of clichés, the series appeals to fans of fantasy and action with romantic subplots. And it's bad. Reincarnated as a Sword follows the journey of a man who is reincarnated as a sentient, magical sword in a fantasy world. His memories from his past life remain intact, and he quickly learns that he has the ability to enhance his power by absorbing the abilities of the enemies he defeats. The sword eventually becomes the weapon of Fran, a young girl with cat-like features, a demi-human, who has a tragic past. She was enslaved and mistreated before being freed by the sword, and together, they begin their journey to defeat powerful enemies and grow stronger. The relationship between Fran and the sword becomes central to the series, as Fran gradually becomes more skilled and confident in her abilities, with the sword guiding her along the way. The sword is not only powerful but also has its own personality and voice, which it uses to communicate with Fran and offer advice or commentary. While the concept of a human consciousness trapped inside a sword is intriguing, the show often focuses more on action and fighting rather than world building or deep character development. The series has garnered a following for its action sequences and the unusual premise, but it's not without its flaws in storytelling and pacing. Don't watch this piece of dookie. Wise Man's Grandchild, Kenja no Mago, is an isekai anime based on the light novel series by Tsuyoshi Yoshioka. The story follows a young man named Shin Wolford, who is reincarnated into a magical world after dying in his previous life. In this new world, he is adopted by Merlin Wolford, one of the most powerful magicians, who raises him as his grandson. Shin grows up in a loving environment, receiving intense magical training and becoming exceptionally skilled. By the time he reaches adulthood, Shin has become a powerful mage, but he lacks common sense and social skills due to being isolated and raised in the mountains. Shin attends the Royal Magic Academy, where he faces various challenges as he navigates relationships with classmates, fights magical creatures, and uncovers the mysteries of the world. He uses his immense magical abilities to help others, but his overpowered nature often leads to comedic situations as he tries to fit into society. And the narrative struggles to develop meaningful threats or challenges. The harem-like dynamic, where several female characters show romantic interest in Shin, also detracts from the overall depth of the story, rather than advancing the main plot. Formulaic and not offering much beyond the typical isekai tropes. Bad, just bad. And I would like to show you in this video, my sponsor GoLogin is the best anti-detect browser for multiple accounts managing. GoLogin works from any device and you will be able to create and manage multiple Facebook accounts with ease and without suspensions. So make sure to check out GoLogin, the best browser for multi-accounting. Seirei Jinsuki, Spirit Chronicles, is an isekai anime that follows Ryo, a young boy reincarnated into a fantasy world. Ryo, in his past life, was a college student in Japan, but after his death, he is reborn as a boy in a new world. He retains the memories and abilities of his previous life, which include martial arts skills and knowledge of magic. Ryo's new life begins in a world where magic is commonplace, and he discovers that he has a powerful connection to a noble family, though his identity is shrouded in mystery. Throughout the series, Ryo sets out to uncover the truth about his past, avenge the wrongs done to him, and find his place in the world. The story is filled with themes of magic, political intrigue, and revenge. Ryo becomes involved in the political struggles of the kingdom, where he must navigate the complexities of noble society, factions, and rivalries. Along his journey, he forms relationships with other characters, including several female companions, leading to a harem-like element within the narrative. While Seirei Gensuki has an interesting premise, it has received criticism for its pacing and lack of deeper character development. The plot often focuses on Ryo's personal journey and relationships, but the world-building and political intrigue don't feel as fleshed out as they could be. Additionally, some viewers find the story predictable, with Ryo following a standard isekai protagonist arc of growing stronger and seeking revenge, often relying on familiar tropes and character archetypes. Despite these issues, the series still holds appeal for fans of the isekai genre, especially those who enjoy action and magic, but it is often seen as a more generic entry in the genre. You should not watch this, please don't watch it.